It's there. I've been waiting all weekend to see this. It's funny, I started this on Friday, and I was using my email because you don't have any text or anything on this iPad. And then all of a sudden my email wouldn't let me get to it. So I had half the old written and couldn't find it. And it took until this morning with Matt's magic on his cell phone to finally find it and was able to finish it. And here we go. Well, here we are at the end of summer, and the games are over. What a bummer. We had a great week for setup, and the time flew by fast with everyone's eye on the weather forecast. For the entire week, the weather was fair, but Sunday's outlook was up in the air. Also up in the air, without even a clue, was the great grandstand switcheroo. The Taj Mahal stage, that big piece of shit, is now a place for the patrons to sit. Bob had a new plan all worked out with the athletes in the north and the clans in the south. Or maybe that's east and west. You see, when we're confused, we're at our best. Sunday morning sun was way too bright for the hangover we had from Friday night. But right to work we went with problems to face, like getting early arrivals through the gates, and lots of road apples, courtesy of Pratt, and a bunch of other stinky issues like that. But soon, the opening ceremonies were at hand, and in their new tunics marched the Schenectady Pipe Band. With our feather bonnets and plaids flowing, the grandstands gave a howl. Amazing Grace was serene, led by Major Rick Powell. The crowds kept coming through gates 1, 2, and 3, and the sun kept shining as bright as could be. There were so many smiles on so many faces, you swear we were playing poker with a handful of aces. Last band's awards went off in great style. The Kaylee and the Briggs had us dancing in the aisles. Sunday came with the weather still up in the air, but the air was now filled with clouds and rain, but who cares? With one good day in our pocket, we started the day with mist-covered mountains and a soggy 5K. The kiddie events were a muddy affair, but the kids didn't notice, or at least they didn't care. The crowd wasn't big, but we had lots of fun, and the band took third place in the contest we really won. Last band in the beer tent was the usual zoo. This time, 90% of the audience were the performers too. Matt had us dancing. Matt had us all dancing Sunday night in the tent. One of the Scottish games has a pole dancing event. Now this ode was almost lost. Losing my email was tragic, but somehow it was recovered thanks to Matt's cell phone magic. So I'll end it now before I lose it again with a toast to the committee, the best there's ever been. Here's to friends here and now, and those we miss who are gone. Their legacy lives on in the work we have done. Cheers. Cheers.